How are you today?
Uh, Doing just fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing alright. Came up to work just for the interview and we'll probably curl up and work on paperwork besides going on patrol. So, that's my game plan.
Better than me? I don't have one at the moment, so.
Got you. Well, while we wait for, O1, did you just move to the city? Where are you from?
Yes, I just recently moved to this particular city.
Now they don't stop me, then
Uh,
I get locked up. These criminals won't get away.
Interesting.
That's O1.
Oh, good enough.
Criminals won't get away. Hey. Hello. How's it
Hello.
going?
Sir, just fine. Yourself?
Send it. Negative. She don't have a felony. Alright.
So, you were saying where you were from and such?
Uh, me and my family, we were originally from Pakistan. But I recently moved here for certain reasons and due to current circumstances.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
You got your notes up, O1?
Yep, I got a few notes.
Okay. So, just gonna start off with, why do you wish to be a police officer?
Well, I've always had respect for the individuals who work in the police department, sacrificing their own well-being for the safety of the citizens and the community in general. And I would like to do the same as well.
Let O1 ask the next one.
Alright, do you have any past experience as a police officer or anything like that?
There we go. Pulling up his app.
Have you ever
Not
been to any security jobs or past volunteer work or anything like that that could give you an edge above the other candidates that are becoming cadets as well?
well. I have been in the training phase in a previous police department, but I had to move away from the city, so not really. I wouldn't say I don't have any specific experience regarding the PD.
All right, all right. Tell me a little bit about your strengths and weaknesses.
In terms of strength, I'm the fast learner. I can work under pressure. I don't really lose my cool that quickly. In terms of weaknesses, I am told I am quite stubborn. And when it comes to paperwork, I can learn a lot. So, yeah.
What do you think your best talent is when it comes to strength?
Mm, I would say being unbiased, not judging people.
Being unbiased and judging people, so more like communication. Yeah.
Uh, you could say that.
All right. How do you deal with confrontation, whether it's from a criminal? Let's say you're on duty. Let's rhetorical question. Let's say you do get hired and you're on duty, and some of these criminals out here they just swear at you for no reason and get angry at you. How would you deal with that situation? Let's say that man comes up to you and says, "Fuck you, you fucking idiot, you fucking stupid ass cop." What would you do in that situation?
Well, personally, I wouldn't really take it to the heart because I think working in the police department, that thing is to be expected. I mean, obviously, criminals are not gonna like us and all, and most of the time, they do resort to these kind of confrontations. But I don't think I would be bothered by it much. It wouldn't really affect how I would perform my duty.
All right. Let's say something. Let's say you get into some conflict on a situation with another police officer, uh, and that police officer is angry with you, and you're angry with that police officer. How would you handle that situation? Would you handle it right away, or would you handle it after the fact? And what would you do to handle it?
I would rather we handled it right away, and I would bring it to my supervisor or superior officer or command, I guess, and I will leave it to their judgment how they will resolve the situation.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a situational based question. Don't worry too much, as you will learn SOPs, you'll have access to the cheat sheet if you're accepted and everything. So, this question isn't about your knowledge of police work, it's just kind of seeing how you react as a person. In this situation, you and a fellow officer have been chasing a suspect. Your fellow officer and the suspect had gotten well ahead of you, and you hear gunfire in the distance. Whenever you arrive around the corner, your fellow officer's on the ground. The suspect's running off and around the corner. What do you do?
I would radio in for EMS. Uh, I would request them to arrive at the scene as quickly as possible since we have an officer down. I would relay the information to the PD radio as well. After that, I will check up on the officer, see what best I can do to keep him stable until EMS arrives. Because my fellow officer at this point is my highest priority.
Okay.
I would relay the direction of the suspect as well, in case other officers can come about the suspect, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it.
All right. Going back to saying you're stubborn, and what sort of situations
Good on you,
would you become
libido.
quote unquote stubborn? When let's say you do get in trouble, not saying you will or anything like that. Uh, does your stubborn personality come out when you're being disciplined, or when an officer somewhat gives you an attitude or something like that?
I would say it's related to attitude because I don't really mind criticism and I'm mostly open to it. But when it comes to people, and I definitely do react to their attitude, so I would say I would get stubborn in those cases. But I'm still working on it.
Got you. So you're aware in scenes, officers who arrive on scene first and are currently leading the scene will usually be the ones telling officers where to go. That could be a supervisor, that could not. You'll just end up needing to listen to whoever is currently leading the scene going on. And it could end up being you if you're accepted and so on and so forth.
What was the question?
It was more or less a statement. So
Okay.
if you do get accepted, where do you see yourself going and such?
I would definitely be aiming for being part of high command.
All right, all right. What sort of values do you think a high command officer has?
That's a good follow up to that.
Mm, well, I
Since you
would
do plan on
say,
aiming up high.
hmm well, I would say being a role model for the other officers in the force, uh, communicating the expectations that he is expecting out of the officers, uh, teaching everyone the policies of the department, correctly applying those as well, and evaluating trainees and such.
All right, all right. Another question, just a simple question. Have you ever used a handgun before, and or you will be taught this, but just for some prior knowledge, have you used a handgun before, and or a taser, or any type of situation?
Taser, no. Handgun, yes.
All right.
Okay, going to take a step towards. I don't know. Some people laugh at this question. Some people give very insightful answers. If you were
Hmm.
placed with the choice of fighting one large giant duck or a army of little ducks, which would you choose?
Interesting. Uh, I would rather go for the one giant duck.
Do you have a reasoning?
Uh, my reason would be although they are small ducks, the numbers could overwhelm me. But it would be easier for me to track one target and a big one, especially.
Side note: have you ever been bit by a duck? 86.
Yes, I've been bit by a duck.
It's not fun.
I know.
I've had I've had 5 ducks back in Texas, and it was just like it. It's not fun.
I
They bite
pissed
you.
off a duck and then quickly regretted it. But I forget
Oh,
who asked that question, but I thought it was hilarious and it kind of sees how people think in regards to overwhelming circumstances. So, I see here that whenever you did your application, you applied to join LSPD.
yes.
Okay. Deal. Do
Any
you?
reasoning behind that or
And
anything like that? Do you
that's
have
fair.
any favorites? Is it like favoritism or anything like that? Or you just like plop LSPD? Sure.
Uh, uh, People would think it's silly, but I like the color scheme of LSPD.
Really? Because
It makes them
I like
very
the color scheme of
department such.
SASP. Not gonna lie to you.
Well, you
I
could have
see.
stayed, O1. Um, well, that's
I
the
could
thing
have, but
here.
th-
I know.
that's another
That's
conversation.
another conversation. Um, that's kind of the thing, though. For the police department here, we have ranks of leadership in every single division, or precinct, excuse me, and basically the difference is mostly just aesthetic, because you can get any certification in both SASP, BCSO, or LSPD. So it's
I
basically
see.
just, well, the aesthetic you like and where you want to more often than not clock in at work.
No,
Pretty,
I
pretty
guess.
much it's the clothing that you like to wear.
I see. Yeah,
But you
personally,
have different supervisors you report to.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
but you can report to other people as
Yeah.
well.
If there's no LSPD supervisors on, you have a problem or you want to ask a question, feel free to go to any of us. FTOs,
Is
especially while you're a cadet, are also a very good person to go to.
Understood.
generally you could if it's like an SOP question or anything like that, you could always go to an FTO because I'm pretty well knowledgeable that I helped O3 with something before, and she's an officer. It doesn't mean no matter what rank you are, we're like a family here. I try to help as many people out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to anybody and they will help you out.
Certifications we offer once you get to Officer Plus is SWAT, CSI, Pursuit, FTO, Moto, Air, Investigations, Wildlife, Customs, CSO, and technically Marksman, but that's only Lieutenant Plus.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sorry, that was just more information dump.
You have any questions for us or anything like that?
Currently, at this time, no.
Anything about how we work or anything like that?
Honestly, can't think of any at the moment, but maybe down the road if something comes up, I'll definitely
Yeah,
ask.
like I said, down the road, if you have any questions about anything, you can reach out to anybody, really.
What drives you to get up in the morning? And then follow up with that, what drives you to want to be a cop and to help?
I'm gonna note this one down.
Interesting. That's an interesting question. What drives me? Personally, I would say being a better person and doing justice or to whatever I do or whatever I dedicate myself to do, I would say.
Fair. Is that's what motivates you to get up? And what drives you to be a police officer?
Well, certain things are expected out of a police officer when it comes to citizens of a community, because they rely on such police officers to uphold law in the community and to be there in their time of need, to make them feel safe and secure in general, I guess.
You've got
Fair
any
enough.
other ones?
I've been asking all the people I've been interviewing, based on your experience, what's your favorite candy bar?
Favorite candy bar?
Yep, this is just for me to judge you as a person.
Whoa, you're admitting you're just judging the man.
Just being honest with you, I'm not lying to you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good enough. I would say Snickers.
Okay,
What's your answer, O1? I'm curious.
it's Baby Ruth's, the best candy bar.
Ew.
Those are the best candy bars compared to anything.
I
Dude.
have to say ew and disagree and say
What's your favorite candy bar?
I'm a sucker for Reese's.
Reese's aren't even really candy bars.
I guess it's not in a bar, it's in a cup.
They're cups.
But still.
Yeah, they're called Reese's cups.
Okay, bar. I don't know. I don't eat many candies. Milky Way. It's all a nougat.
Milky Ways. And you don't like Baby Ruths?
No.
They're literally full of
Familiar
nougat.
with them. I haven't heard about them though, to be honest.
Baby Ruths, oh, you should try them. They're like
full of nuts.
superior Snickers.
They're super nuts. Just covered in nuts. Snicker insides covered in nuts. Is it Baby Ruth, I think.
No, it's not that. If it's
Is it
covered in
not?
nuts, it's a payday.
Oh shit, which one's a Baby Ruth? I'm confused then. I don't know what Baby
You
Ruth
need to
is
look
then.
look it up. Oh my god, I can go for one right now.
Well, maybe I need to learn a different American candy. Okay, cool.
paydays, you got your crunch, you got your Three Musketeers. Three Musketeers is good. You didn't tell me your favorite. I'll buy a lot of candy for my kids.
I see.
Well, if that was it for you, 01, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're aware, we'll be getting back to you within the week with a decision and so on and so forth with paperwork if you're accepted or denied, okay?
Understood.
Deal. Do you want to walk him out and I'll turn off the recording stuff?
Yep.
It was nice meeting you and hope to possibly get to work with you in the future.